Just bringing your hands to your belly. You might have your legs out straight or just propping them like I've done with your feet wide and your knees together. And just finding your belly breath. So inhaling, let the belly rise. And exhale, let the belly fall. Breathing in through the nose, filling up the belly. And out through the mouth. Maybe with a sigh, letting go. Just allow that belly breath to continue, filling up the belly on each inhale. And dropping the belly on each exhale. And then just releasing the breath. We'll use the belly breath as we work today. If you'd like to use your dry breath as well, that's also an option. I'm just going to slip socks off so we don't go anywhere. So hands lowered down, just setting up for bridge, bringing the feet in nice and close to the bottom, and feet and knees are hip distance apart. Manny's going to get thrown off in a minute, so we're going to go. Inhale, lifting arms overhead and lifting hips up. And as we exhale, we'll bring those arms back over slower, lowering them down to the floor. And as the hips land, hands land. So we're going to inhale for 4, 3, lifting arms overhead, 2, 1 to land, exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhaling, 3, 2, and 1. Exhaling, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Last time. Sorry, I didn't exhale. I didn't lower. Inhale, lift. Money is very distracting. 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, lower. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then just bring the feet slightly wide and windscreen wiper those legs to the right as the neck looks to the left or head looks to the left. And swap sides. So just gently rolling and rocking the head in the opposite direction to the knees. And then start to gather the knees into the chest. You can hug underneath the knees, give yourself a little squeeze. You might just rock side to side, massaging the lower back. And then bring the hands on tops of the knees and just circle them. So I take them out and round first in opposite directions. The hands are guiding the knees, which guide the hips. And then reversing those circles back the other way. And then just bring those knees in nice and close and just start to bring your chin to your chest. So you can rock forwards, backwards, making a little bit of momentum. And you've already just come to balance on your sit bones if you can. So it might be that your feet stay low, you lift all through the chest and keep the length through the spine, tipping back. And that might just be that you just lift heels off the floor. Maybe you balance the feet off the floor. You can release the hands or just hold, working on lifting the feet up. Maybe even thinking about lifting legs, that might be too much. So keeping spine nice and long, keep balancing, try and release the hands. 3, 2, and gently roll onto the knee, or onto your seat, and roll over onto the knees. So coming hands and knees. And we'll just find that lovely cat-cow. So start to dip the belly, lift the chin and chest, tailbone lifted, and then as you exhale, round the tailbone, round the rest of the spine and chin to chest. So inhale, tailbone starts to lift, spine starts to arch, chest and collarbones are lifted. Exhale, round, pushing away. So just moving between the two positions, cat-cow, Inhale to lift, exhale to round. Two very cute dogs sometimes. Inhale, lift, exhale, round. Maggie, I wish you wouldn't go for my lips. Stop. Last one in each direction. Rounding down. And then just come back to the centre. And you can just take a little freestyle here, so you might just wiggle, see what the back feels like it needs. You might circle the head, or even just look to one direction, look to the other. Tailbone and head, wriggling, circling, figure of eight, whatever feels good. And then just come back to all fours, tuck the toes, and just start to press back and keep the knees nice and bent as we drop into a bit of a bent-legged down dog here. So you'll feel that spine is nice and long. Show you a little bit more without a big jumper in the way. So we're pushing back, finding a long spine, bent knees. And then we might just lift the hips, but we're keeping the spine long. So we can just pedal the heels in that down dog, just gently waking the legs. Head just dangling, hanging heavy. Maybe ready to find some stillness. If legs are still tight, keep pedaling the heels, drop the head down. Tuning into that belly breath, inhaling, filling up. Exhaling, belly drops in. Inhale, belly fills. Exhale, belly drops. And then look between the hands, bend the knees and walk the feet in as many times, or one big step into our forward fold. So feet stay hip distance, and we're going to fold our tummy onto our thighs and just bend the knees softly, drop the head. So you might grab opposite elbow here to dangle. You might find stillness, or it might feel good just to sway a little bit, swing a little bit. Maybe just finding one more long exhale here. And keep those elbows as they are, interlaced, keep them above the head, and as we lift through a flat back, we're coming up to stand. Keeping those elbows overhead, we're just going to take one arm up and over, or one elbow up and over to find a little banana shape. So feet might be together, might be just a little gap between the feet. You might even take same leg as elbow and take it behind to test balance, but also just get a little extra stretch. You may not need it anyway. Big inhale. Release the arms, interlace again, over to the other side. So again, finding a position that feels good for feet, or bringing that back leg round behind. Big inhale, and release the arms. So just finding mountain pose for a moment. You may choose to just place those hands on the heart center, touching. Feet can be hip distance. A little squeeze at the bottom here. So we're long and tall through the spine. Chin is lifted, a little softness through the knees, glutes squeeze to find our power, eyes closed. And belly breathing, tuning into that inhale, filling up the belly, exhale, letting go. Eyes closed, grounding through the feet, maybe grounding for the day, so thinking of those roots plugging into the air from the soles of our feet. A big bubble of protected light energy surrounding us, top to bottom, every direction, our shield. Blinking open the eyes, inhale, sweep the arms up, palms touch, exhale, dive forwards, tipping from the hips, find that forward fold. Inhale, lift to a flat back. Hands might come to shins, exhale to fold. You can step as many times as you need to, finding your plank. Drop those knees, keep the elbows in nice and tight as you lower down. Lifting the chest as you inhale, rolling up. Exhale, push back through that little mini child's pose that we have, and then lift those hips up and back into down dog. Spread the collarbones, find the breath. One more round of breath here. Look between the hands, inhale. And walk those feet in as many times as you need, coming up to that halfway lift. And exhale to fold. You're going to sit the bottom back, bring the hands to heart center and find that chair pose. So sinking in and just tuck the tailbone under. Lifting through the chest. We're going to take the feet nice and close, so just wriggle them in if they're not already. Big toes touching, spread the rest of the toes. And then we're going to take the left elbow to the right knee and twist towards. So that might be where you stay. You might go and spread those wings wide on an inhale. And then we can lift the hips and drop the head down into a forward fold. You might just dangle the arms here. Maybe you wrap the hands around, if you're not holding on to dogs, around the backs of the calves. You might even just hug the backs of the knees. I don't know why you think it's a game, Melly. I don't know why. And then start to lift the chest again, finding your chair pose again, hands to heart center, the right elbow to left knee, twisting. And again, maybe you inhale, spread the arms wide, and then lift the hips, drop the head. Mandy just wants to show you how clever she is. So we'll take a little bit of a, help you get, a little bit of a flat back here. So just find that long flat back. One more breath. And then removing the dog. Take a sweep up, extended mountain, and bring those hands down through heart center. So just heel toe the feet so that the heels are slightly wide of your hips and toes are pointing outwards. And we just take a little sink in. Quite like to take a little shoulder stretch here, so we can just drop one shoulder forwards and then the other. So get a little twist, gently put into more of the shoulders, upper back. And then we're going to sweep, take a big inhale, lift up, draw that energy in, exhale, draw it down. Inhale, lifting up, exhaling, drawing it in. So you can repeat this as many times as you like. We're just coming near to the end of the practice this morning or today, whenever you've chosen to do this. So maybe you've got time to take a few more rounds. Maybe you've had enough just right there, and just placing your hands. Maybe one on the belly, right hand, left hand on heart. Big inhale. Releasing. Walking those feet back together and coming back to center. So just coming to sit down however feels comfortable for you. I'm going to take a gentle twist, so you can have one foot in, or if it feels better, both crossed wherever you need to be here. Popping. Now they're going to fight. So we're going to take a little gentle twist, one hand on the opposite knee, lifting through the crown of the head. One more breath here. And gently as we twist, we're going to look over our long leg. So we might just use that leg to kind of keep us nice and square through the shoulders as we fold forwards. On the inhale, lifting back up. So you can swap legs, or if you need to keep legs straight for any reason, you can stay and straddle, or you can swap the legs over. So take the little twist, hand to the right knee. So just as I try and wind down, Mally tries to wind up. Poppy is just sweet. So turn to your straight leg and fold forward. One more breath in the fold. Gently and carefully walking your way back up. Can I have my leg back? Thank you. And then just finding your way into a version of Shavasana that might be good for you. You can have butterfly legs, so soles of feet together, and just support them when you get there lying down. You might choose that typical Shavasana starfish shape. If you're in butterfly, hands can be overhead, just elbows clasped gently or one hand on top of the other. And just allow yourself, as long as you might have here, to just tune back into the breath. And you can pause and stay here longer. If you're ready to finish the practice, just gently bringing the knees in, rolling onto whichever side you feel called to today. And carefully drawing yourself back up. No, we don't need that right now. Back up to a seated position, just finding length through the spine. Take a big inhale, side out. Namaste. And have a lovely day.